China's deployment of its most advanced long-range surveillance drone to the South China Sea is a major challenge to U.S. stealth aircraft and air superiority in the region, according to a Chinese military commentator. U.S. defense news website The War Zone reported last week that satellite images confirmed that high-altitude, long-endurance WZ-9 drones had been operating from a key military base on the southern island of Hainan since December. The jet-powered unmanned aerial vehicle operates at altitudes of up to 25,000 meters (82,000 feet), can fly for up to 35 hours and its radars can see up to 500 kilometers (310 miles) away, enabling constant surveillance across vast maritime regions, according to the report. Former People's Liberation Army instructor Song Zhongping said the drone's array of radars seriously challenged the U.S. military's reliance on stealth technology for air superiority and weakened U.S. combat strength in the Indo-Pacific. Its twin fuselage design incorporates domes in the front sections that support a range of advanced radar systems that are built to track stealth aircraft, warships, and submarines over vast distances. China's large, jet-powered, twin fuselage WZ-9 Divine Eagle drone has been operating out of an airbase on the highly strategic Hainan Island at the northern end of the hotly contested South China Sea since at least December 4. This is a new indication that this highly important aircraft is now at least in a semi-operational state. The WZ-9 is a high-altitude, long-endurance uncrewed sensor truck that carries multiple radars capable of spotting and tracking targets over vast areas. These include objects in the air and on the surface below, as well as producing high-quality map-like radar images. Operations from Hainan would make perfect sense for providing valuable broad-area early warning and surveillance coverage out into the South China Sea and potentially far beyond. Hainan is an absolutely critical location for the People's Liberation Army that hosts multiple bases, including 2 sprawling naval facilities, one of which supports the country's second strike nuclear deterrent and features a submarine cave complex. Details about the WZ-9, the development of which reportedly traces back at least to the early 2010s, remain limited and it's unknown how many examples may currently exist. Imagery of the exotic-looking Divine Eagle that has emerged to date, along with renderings and models, show it has a very long high-aspect ratio wing at the rear, as well as a smaller wing structure between the front ends of the 2 fuselages serving as a forward stabilizer. The drone is powered by a single jet engine mounted in a nacelle pod on top of the main wing between its 2 vertical tails. The span of the WZ-9's main wing is around 147 feet 45 meters, but its overall length is just shy of 50 feet 15 meters. For comparison, the US Q-4 Global Hawk drone has a wingspan of just under 131 feet nearly 40 meters and is almost 48 feet 14.5 meters long. At least one model has previously emerged indicating that the WZ-9 has at least 2 large side-looking radars, one in each fuselage facing outward. These radars may have ground moving target indicator and air moving target indicator capabilities, as well as the ability to produce synthetic aperture radar imagery. The WZ-9 have made its maiden flight in 2015 and Divine Eagles have been seen in the skies above parts of China since then. Divine Eagles have also been spotted in past satellite imagery on the ground at manufacturer Shenyang Air Corporation's main plant in the city of the same name, the PLA Air Force's Malan Air Base Test and Evaluation Hub in far western Xinjiang Province, and Anchuan Huangguoshu Airport in southeastern Guizhou Province. Advanced passive radio frequency detection capabilities are also likely to be present on the WZ-9. Reports about the Divine Eagles have also long pointed to the airborne early warning role in addition to the ability to perform other intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance ISR missions, whereas the WZ-7 has been more focused on general ISR. The PLA Air Force and the PLA Navy have already fielded an impressive array of increasingly capable crewed airborne early warning and control AEW&C aircraft, the majority of which are turboprop-powered designs. The PLA continues to make significant investments in this area. A new AEW&C aircraft based on the Y-24 engine jet-powered cargo plane, offering advantages in terms of speed, range, on-station time, and altitude over turboprop types, is now in development. The high-altitude, long-endurance WZ-9 drone would fit in well with this existing AEW&C ecosystem. Altitude is especially important for the airborne early warning mission, particularly when it comes to look-down capability to find low-flying aircraft and missiles that radars down below might not be able to see because of terrain and other factors. A higher perch also offers a much better line of sight, which can increase the area a single platform can surveil. Basing the drone at Ledong Faluo makes good sense from an operational perspective, too. From there, Divine Eagles could monitor broad swaths of the South China Sea. China claims the bulk of this body of water as its national territory, something that is not recognized by the vast majority of the international community. The PLA has been working for years now to expand its anti-access and area denial capabilities A2AD in the region to help assert its claims. This includes a number of man-made islands with airstrips that also host anti-ship and surface-to-air missile batteries. As part of the PLA's A2AD strategy in the South China Sea, WZ-9s could fly more persistent orbits for long periods, covering broader areas than their manned counterparts. In this capacity, the WZ-9 would also be able to act as a highly valuable source of situational awareness and targeting data. This includes providing key data for air, ground, and ship-launched missiles. The Divine Eagle is large enough that it might be able to take on additional roles, including as a communication signal relay, in the future. WZ-9 flying from Hainan could also conduct similar missions to the north around Taiwan, but they could be an even more powerful force multiplier further out into the Pacific. Divine Eagles could stage from other bases across China to provide coverage of this vast and desolate space, working as a critical component of complex kill chains stationed at the forward edge. Data from its radars could provide critical real-time targeting updates for long-range weapons and detect enemy aerial and surface movements from extreme standoff ranges. The aircraft could also play a role in areas at the center of other territorial disputes, as well as overland, especially along the country's contested borders with India, although just how optimized its radar and software is to the maritime environment isn't known. All of this follows the PLA's increasing use of drones overall to conduct more persistent surveillance of areas of high strategic interest, as well as China's general pursuit of ever more capable uncrewed aircraft, in recent years. The WZ-9, which has now emerged in the highly strategic South China Sea, is well in line with those trends.